Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Earth Garon. Now, this character comes from the 2023 television series Ultraman Blazar, which I really like. I wouldn't hold it as high as other shows like Ultraman Gaia or Ultraman Nexus, but overall, Ultraman Blazar is still a really good show. You know, like for what it is, it's definitely like a shorter show. It's only like I think 26 episodes long in a movie. So, like, there's not really, like, a whole lot to it. But still, for what it is, I do really like it. My only complaint is that I feel like the ending is just a little anticlimactic. But overall, Ultraman Blazar is a really good show, and I definitely recommend that you check it out. I don't really have a whole lot else to say, so let's just get right into this. Like usual, to start, we'll take a look at the paint. And the painting on this figure, I think, looks nice. Now, one thing I really like about Earth Garon is just how many colors that, this design has. As someone who grew up with the Godzilla series, all the mechs and robots in that series were always just, like, silver with little bits of coloration on them. So, like, they didn't look boring by any means, but it looked like they weren't super colorful. Where here, this figure, or, this design, I should say, has a lot of different, like, blues and oranges and, like, whites and everything like that. And I just think this is just a really nice breath of fresh air, but I digress. Anyway, let's take a closer look. So, starting off at the head here, we can see all of the whites and all of the blues and everything like that are going to be painted very neatly. And all of, like, the grays and everything. Just a lot of really nice patterns here. Like the panel lines are painted really nicely, all of like the oranges and everything like that. The feet here are going to be a nice gray coloration. The eyes here are going to be made of a blue transparent plastic, which more on the eyes later, but yeah, we have little bits of red on the chest here, and just a lot of really nice coloration on this figure, and everything here is just painted really neatly. So overall, painting on this figure, I think looks really good. So the painting here, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure, I think is solid. So starting off at the head here, we can see that the mouth can open like so. It opens from the top and not so much the bottom, because if you try, that happens. Like, the bottom jaw, like, sticks in there fine enough, but there's not really anything that, like, really holds it in there. So, yeah. I just think that's just an interesting design choice, but, not the end of the world. It's fine. It's, like, it's one of those things where it's, like, you kind of have to, like, you have to go out of your way to do it. It doesn't just fall off on its own, which is really nice, but still. There's that. The base of the head here is on a ball joint. The base of the neck is on a ball joint. The shoulder panels can move outwards like so and are on ball joints. The shoulders can rotate like so. You can see the joint there. We have a bicep swivel here. We have a double bend in the elbows. The wrists are going to be on ball joints. Both the upper and lower torso are going to be on ball joints as well. The legs can kick forward about that much and backwards about that much. They can extend like so. Earth Garon can spread about that much. We have a bend in the knees here. The ankles here are going to be on ball joints. And we have this really cool, like, piston gimmick here, which I really like that. I think that's really neat. And lastly, moving to the tail, we have a ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, and ball joint. All of these panels can open up to reveal, like, missile launchers, but I can't really open them. I'm sorry. I'll put up a picture, if I am able to, like, open these, like, when I'm not recording, but I'm sorry, just cut my nails, and, yeah, I can't really do it. I'm sorry. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. And the articulation on this figure, it's interesting. It's not bad by any means. All of the joints are very solid, not too tight or anything like that, but like they're solid enough to where like, this figure can hold a pose and not really fall apart. So in that regard, it's good. But there are some design choices here that I think are just a little weird. Not bad necessarily, but just a little weird. But still, the articulation on this figure is good. I'd say it gets a pass. Earth Garon here comes with some accessories, starting with these alternate hands here. We have a pair of fists, we have some open hands, and we have some grabby hands. We have this alternate chest piece to make it look like his cockpit is being opened up so someone can pilot him. We have a little piece that goes on the cannon on the inside of his mouth. And we get these alternate eye pieces, which I'm not going to show off here because they are so small, so thin, and trying to apply them is not very easy. Like, it's possible, obviously, but like, for how small they are and how big my hands are, it's just something that is just really hard for me to do. So I'm not going to show that off here, unfortunately, but I will show off the eyes themselves, and they do look nice. I do like the idea here, but just the execution, I think, could have been done much better, but I digress. This last accessory doesn't really come with the figure itself. I ordered this figure from the Subaraya online store. I imported this figure, more on that towards the end of this video, and they actually included a set of stickers. I got Ultraman stickers with this figure, which is honestly really cool. I know that's like a thing, like the online store turns like, it's like 5th year anniversary this year or something like that. But still, I just think it was a neat inclusion. I almost threw them away. I didn't know, I wasn't expecting this, but sure enough, I got a set of Ultraman stickers, and I'm sorry. I just think that's really fun. Now, we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure, I think, looks great. I think this is a very good representation of Earth Garon from Ultraman Blazar. I think the proportions look just right. Nothing looks too big or too small or anything like that. Earth Garon does have very big feet, but that's what he had in the show, so that is accurate. And overall, sculpting on this figure is really good. Definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the detailing. And the detailing on this figure, I think, looks very good. So let's take a closer look. So starting off at the head here, we can see all of the paneling and all of the mechanical bits here are going to be detailed very nicely. Even like the little cannon there, it's going to have some really nice detailing there as well. Going to the neck here, again, just a lot of really nice detailing. I really like how Earth Garon wasn't just made of, like, metal. I mean, obviously he's a robot. Of course he's going to be made of metal. But I also like how there are, like, bits where it's, like, I don't want to say, like, rubber, but, like, there are bits that, like, aren't metal, and I just think, I really like that. I like that, variety in the design here. And the vent here on the neck here is going to be detailed very nicely. Again, throughout the body, we're just going to get a lot of this really nice, like, paneling throughout. All of, like, the wires and all of, like, the panels. Everything here is just detailed very nicely. Everything here is just very nicely defined. And you have, like, in the legs here. Again, just a lot of really nice, like, paneling. The feet here and everything like that. Going to the tail. Again, just a lot of really nice paneling here. Everything here is just detailed very nicely. Some more mechanical detailing on the back. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. And overall, the detailing on this figure I think looks very good. Definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll do some size comparisons. To start, here we have the SH Figuarts Ultraman Blazar. And these two look really cool together. I'm really happy to finally have them both together. When I got Ultraman Blazar, like, I liked him. I still think he's a nice figure, but it just seemed weird having him and not Earth Garon. But after almost 2 years, I finally have both Blazar and Earth Garon, and these two just look really nice together. So I'm really happy with this. Here we have the SH Figuarts Ultraman Belial, however you want to pronounce it. So I didn't really show it off in the video, but Belial is actually really short compared to the other SH Figuarts Ultraman figures. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this scale. He's very short compared to Blazar, but he does actually scale pretty decently with the Bandai Ultra Hero series Ultraman Zero. So there you go. And of course, here we have some hand sanitizer. And here we have Dr. Billy Grant. So at the end of the day, should you get this figure? I'd say walk, but don't run to get this figure. You know, I like it. I think the painting looks nice. I think the articulation, while there are some design choices here I think are just a little weird, I still think it's functional, so I'm good with that. The sculpting is great, the detailing is great, and the accessories, the eyes could have been handled better, but the accessories that we have, they're alright. And overall, like, I like this figure. I don't love it, but I like it. As far as price tags go, so I imported this figure from the Subaraya Productions online store, as I mentioned earlier, and I paid a little over $60, which is honestly not bad at all. But like I said, I imported this figure, so you will definitely be paying more than $60. I bought a few other things from the Subaraya online store as well, so, you know, I paid a little extra for shipping, but I'm sure if you just got this figure, I'm sure it'd be a little less cheap, maybe? I don't know. When I paid like $100 for shipping. But again, I bought, you know, there are other things that I bought besides this figure. So, yeah. So just know, like, before shipping from the Subaraya Productions online store, it will be like a little over $60, but with the import fees and everything, you will be paying way more than that. You know, wait for a deal. If there's like a US retailer that's selling this figure for like a better price, then I'd say go for it. But yeah, again, this figure, I can't stress this enough. This figure is not bad by any means. I do like this figure, but again, I just don't love it. But I digress. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.